The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. Only a gain of 1 on the game's opening play. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game? They said it is so critical for us to find especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
At their own 32-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He lays out and makes a spectacular catch. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
Come on, set!
They'll try to get this one on the ground.
The ball carried by number 33. He was brought down at the 8-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's
So Jim Harbaugh will make the move for the field goal unit. His kick is good. And the Packers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. First and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
He'll drop to throw. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. That's the first grab of the game for the man leading the entire league in receptions coming into the weekend. He gets his team a first down. Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. And he'll get to the 40 on a short kick. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. This one deep downfield for Chase. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Would have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Returnable from the 17. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now a shot here, deep middle. That is hard. And they're not going to catch up to him. He will score. 81 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. The extra point is up and through. And the Packers are out to a 10-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yards. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. Rashan Gary, former Michigan Wolverine, in there to take him down. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now, faking the give. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Let's go now.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Packers set to kick this one away. And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one is intercepted. Jair Alexander picks it off.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that one is incomplete and brings us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. So, a little extra time to think about what to do on 4th down as we are through quarter number 1. It's the Packers on top. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
All right, Mike, so in a situation like this, I would love to see the quarterback think 1st down. I don't need a touchdown. I need a fresh set of downs. I need to keep the chains moving and give me more opportunities to hopefully end this drive with a touchdown.
Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Oh, the ball's out. The Packers have it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. To the air now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier. It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's a toss, right side. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. That is intercepted. Picked off by Javon Bullard. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, drastically different things waiting for these two squads on the sideline as they run off. I mean, we can hear the defensive sideline celebrating all the way up here. I mean, back-to-back drives, they come away with the takeaway. Now, on the offensive sideline, there's no celebration awaiting. It's coaches looking to gather their guys together and say, look, we've got to have ball security. If we don't protect the football, we have no chance.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. That is caught. What a throw. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Packers. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ja'Marr Chase. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about...
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's going to try it here again. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Green Bay. 2 more touchdowns for him here. Now 19 for the year. A try here for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Packers are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that ball incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. It's a Cincinnati 1st down. They'll look to throw yet again. This one, deep downfield for Chase.
You know, what I'm seeing play out there right now, Mike, is just a frustrated offense playing on tilt. And on the other side of the ball, I'm seeing a defense that's happily taking advantage of these decisions. I mean, how else do you explain 3 consecutive drives that result in a pick? I mean, each mistake just feeds the next. It feeds frustration. And all at the same time, it's leading to questionable throws and easy picks.
And now he's got a man open deep downfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and he will score again. Touchdown, Packers. Touchdown number 3 for him in the game. He's up to 20 on the season. The extra point is good. And the Packers move out even further ahead. It is now 31-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back for. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. He fumbled the football. The Packers have it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. And a deep hole gets even deeper. This has been one-sided right from the start, and this first half nightmare continues.
In a league, Mike, where we see so many close games and there's such parity, every now and then it just seems one team is just clearly dominant, clearly in control of the game, and so far in this first half, that's what's unfolding in front of us. We'll see if they can get back into it in the second half, but up until this point, this team is in complete control.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At the 60, at the 60. Here we go.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
All right, so sometimes as a coach, Mike, you just got to step in and take over. And I think in this case, you're going to look at your quarterback and say, I don't care how open that guy looks. If that defender's on that half the field, throw it to the other half. Because this is the second time he has picked you off. And I guarantee the only thing on his mind right now is getting a third.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. They'll look to throw. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number one. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Musgrave. And he's in! Luke Musgrave! Touchdown, Green Bay. The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Up the middle they go. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Javon Bullard there on the tackle. 2nd down and 8. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Viking 18. 60 Bobcats. Trap 60. Trap 60. Get up.
He'll drop to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 70 range. 70 range.
Throwing now from the gun. Fires left sideline. That is complete. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Get up. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 18. Pioneers Dragon 60. Check up.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Now here's timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Ready, ready?
He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Packers. That his second touchdown of the afternoon.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. On play action, he'll set up to throw. This one, deep downfield for Chase. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. Halftime now at Lambeau, and the Packers are on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Hi, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Going right sideline and complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Preston at the 47-yard line.
Buffalo 18, Mustang 19.
Back to throw. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And he's into the end zone. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Green Bay. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not a second. They'll be taken down for no gain right at the line of scrimmage.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
Taken at the 19. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for it all. That's hard. And he will dive into the end zone. 77 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. To the air now on 1st and 10. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And the Packers will take over here just past the 30.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to take a shot down the field. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Packers. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game.
Makes the score Packers
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Now a handoff, running right. And he's trying to get around the corner, but will not. Brought down. That's a loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. The Bengal's out and ready to punt, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay. Now the try for an extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers will add one more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one deep downfield for Chase. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Packers. He has come alive after the break. His third touchdown of the second half. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll They'll start on the ground with Algier. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. He'll go again here with Algier. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that is incomplete.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point, something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is brought in. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. Here's a run. He is in. Touchdown, Green Bay. Extra point attempt still to come. His kick is good. And the Packers stretch things out even further. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry, with Justin Reed up from the safety spot to make the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. They'll get a new set of downs. It's a gain of 19. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now he'll air one out. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, There's just something about him today that doesn't look right, and I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last